Welcome back to Fried Chats. My name's Mark and I'm buzzing to be here again. I'm about to order a saucy supper and interview one of the Test Press boys. What a morning for me. Woofed. A wee bit loaded with the cold. I suppose that's the thing when you're a Scottish podcaster, isn't it? If you get loaded with the cold, then there we go. Some customers have just walked in. Can you hear that? I can hear that. Yeah, I'm a wee bit loaded with the cold, but I suppose it's that way when you are a Scottish podcaster. That's the life you've got to live. The other day I woke up with a pure raspy voice and I was like, can I podcast? I don't know if I would have podcasted. Would that be good? Pure Batman voice and a chippy. Don't know if that's the vibe or not, but we've got one of the Test Press boys on today. Pure buzzing to speak to him. It's Fraser. If you don't know Test Press, then what are you up to? What are you doing? Test Press are smashing it right now. They are playing festivals all across Europe. They're best known for their trance and techno bangers. And yeah, I'm buzzing to talk to them about what they've got lined up. They're playing Tomorrowland, which is pure mad to me. Tomorrowland just seems like a class festival, but I would never even think of trying to go there. It just seems a wee bit out of this world. But do you know what I mean? Like, Tomorrowland, like, it just seems pure mad. I feel like if I was in Tomorrowland, I'd be freaked out. In a good way. Like, it looks amazing, but the vibes there are just not like... Folk from Glasgow do not belong in Tomorrowland, I don't think, but Test Press are doing it, they're smashing it, they're going to be in Tomorrowland, and yeah, let's get into it. I'm going to order a wee chippy for us, so I don't know what I'm feeling. Maybe a wee special haddock? Who knows? Anything could happen here on Fried Chats.
What's happening, mate? How are you getting on?
One half a Test Press in a Blue Lagoon at 11 in the morning.
Mate, nowhere else I'd rather be. You want a chip?
I would love a chip.
You need to have some gravy and all
Let's do
going.
it. Okay, I'm going for this big one here. There we go.
Let's
Should we
do it.
cheers?
Chip cheers.
Chip cheers.
Fucking right. I've had a coffee this morning and now I've had chips and gravy.
You're ready.
Amazing combo.
Big weekend ahead.
Oh, amazing, yeah.
Yeah. What are you up to?
This was, so we're actually playing on Box Hub in Glasgow, so it's a hometown show, which is great. It's always good fun. Playing with the Celeste boys and stuff like that for Paddy's Day, mate.
Aye, here we
Paddy's
go.
Day.
Big party.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Is it that?
What?
Is it that this weekend, aye? Paddy's Day?
Aye.
Fucking hell, man.
For the viewers at home, it's not. It's maybe Easter. I don't know.
Oh mate,
Could be Halloween,
mate,
it could
fuck
be
knows.
anything, I don't know,
I've got a
something
fucking Google calendar and I just check when the gigs are, man, because it gets a bit fried. See when you're like travelling all the time and then
Aye.
you're like, what's happening this weekend? And it's like the Thursday. I'm like, oh shit, I'm away tomorrow. Do you know what I mean?
But used to a bit of travelling. Also, can I just say, why is it every time I want to film a podcast in here, somebody starts drilling? No bother. They're like, okay, was that how you
What is
started,
Sounds like we're in a fucking dentist office or some shit. Do you know what I mean?
Well, that is a dentist. They've got a special guest.
A Blue Lagoon
on.
dentist.
Blue Lagoon dentist.
Amazing.
We're gonna get those.
What they fill the holes with like sausages and all that.
Oh, they're taking the teeth out.
All right, all right, aye.
Your teeth are getting battered today, mate.
Oh fuck.
You ready?
Mate, take them all out. They're all fucked anyway.
What's happened?
Just a lot of things, mate. Just a lot of fizzy juice and that over the
lot of
years.
fizzy
I've just
juice,
done a lot of
aye.
things, and then COVID happened, and then I need to go to a dentist, and then I've not been, but I'm gonna go.
Sorted. Well,
Actually,
after this today, get that dentist appointment booked.
What, in the Blue Lagoon, aye?
Aye.
Aye, no bother. I can just go over there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they'll sort you out.
Easy.
But I know, what was I going to say there? You've been travel. You do lots of travelling. You're international.
International.
You went from
DJs, mate,
Aberdeen to international. Test Press. Let's for anyone who doesn't know who Test Press is.
How's that possible?
It's happening. He's up to. But if they don't, how would you sum up Test Press? Who are you? Because there's usually two of you.
Right. So there's me and there's Dan. Obviously the two of us, we both started. I started production when I was like, I don't know, like 14, 15, and Dan started originally DJing, was at uni. I then started DJing, we met up at after parties, and then one day basically I decided I was gonna go do a season in Ibiza, and then gave him my speakers. I came back, and then I was like, what are you doing today, mate? Do you want to make a tune? And that was it. So Test Press was born, so dynamic duo, mate.
The name Test Press, how did you come up with that?
Oh fuck, we always get asked this and I've always forgot. Dan's always the one that's got the answer for this. And I'm like, fuck. So I think basically if you look back to like, back in the early days, a lot of our music was all sampled, right? So it was like, whether we did like rap edits or whether we looked for like older samples from the 70s to not obviously using the music. Basically, what you'd do is you'd rip the samples off test pressing vinyls. So if you go to a vinyl pressing plant, right, you obviously the first record will be a test pressing to double check that it works. So it's in the realm of that. That was a shite answer, but it's
that's cool. I wouldn't have thought that.
It's all to do with the fact that we used to sample, right? Like every tune was all based on sampling, right? So that is pretty much your answer there.
And then you just thought, we'll put some spaces in between each letter.
Mate, I don't even know where that came from. That was just a stylistic thing, just a dickhead thing.
It's quite cool. It's quite cool.
Because it's so weird when you see it, like, people put on posters, like, our name can be spelled so wrong, because obviously, like, so it's like nae capitals and a space in between every letter.
Aye.
So, like, you see posters that have got, like, all caps, test, space, press, you got post, and then you need to go back and, like, tell folk, oh, that's not actually the name, but I feel like a total dick. Like, we've actually got hundreds of spaces in between our letters, do you know what I mean? And you know the funnier thing is as well, back in the day, like, so I know obviously you guys know we've worked with Patrick Toppin and shit. So he actually one day asked us, I was like, boys, would you be willing to change your name? And we were like, what? And he was like, well, just have test presser at spaces. And we were kind of like, well, nah, because like that's kind of what it started as, and we don't really want to change it now. But the reason being is because, like, see, everybody was getting those Alexas. Like Amazon, oh, Alexa, play blah blah. See when you asked her to play test press, it's like you need to go, Alexa, can you play T space E space S space T?
No way, you have to do that.
Aye, so like that whole Alexa era, when everybody was asking, nobody was playing our tunes basically.
So Alexa is nearly the reason you just had to change your name?
Pretty much, aye. That's fried, isn't it? That's some fried chat for 11 in the morning.
Alexa's fried.
We stuck with it, mate. We stuck with it, and that's what it was. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what it was. By that point, it had been a good 3-4 year, or maybe 3 year, and we were just attached to the way it was, and it's just, it was even our bio.
It's a bit different, it's unique, and then I think one of your sayings is like all spaces, no caps.
Well, that was the thing. That was our bio for years and years and years. I'm pretty sure it might still be there now. I'd have to double
definitely
check.
Somewhere,
but,
I think.
But it's like that's always been our thing, because we decided, like, the whole stylistic thing, let's just stick with it, and that's how it is. Do you know what I mean? So obviously we just decided to not change it. But I basically, when the Alexas were about, nobody was playing tunes, mate. So there we go.
To be fair, when I first heard the test press, I'm pretty sure I tried to search for one of your tunes up on SoundCloud, and I was getting a hard time, I think.
Oh, I've lost a chip. Wait a minute, mate. Gravy on the finger.
We roll chippy.
Aye.
But you just got to remember, all spaces, no caps.
There you go, mate.
And they'll be kept right. So that's wild. So Patrick Toppin reached out to you at that point, because you did use release tunes on his label Trick back in 2020.
Aye, 2020. Yeah. Aye, so
what was that like? Did he reach out to you? So did you just have these tunes? And
well, it's a fried story, right? Because at the time, like, we never really thought anything like that was going to happen, because like the way we were going with our music didn't really align with like what Patrick Toppin was doing at the time in terms of like the musical output, right? But basically, Elliot Adamson, if you know who he is, was up playing a gig in Aberdeen for the night Rare that we still play for. Shout out Rare. They do events in Aberdeen, Glasgow, and Edinburgh. Still to this day. So Elliot Adamson was playing for them. Dan was either there or on support for him. They met, they talked at an afters or whatever. So Elliot gave Dan his number, and we just started sending him tunes, right? So this one day, Dan was doing his exams, his final exams at uni, like his dissertation and that. He was in doing his final exams, and he got a phone call from Elliot. And I think it was maybe the day after we'd sent him a tune, and then he was like, hello, who's this? And I was like, oh, it's Elliot, mate, blah, blah. And he's like, by the way, see that tune, SMML? Don't put it out, like, do not put it out. I've sent it to Patrick loves it, blah, blah. And Dan was like, what the fuck's going on? So like, obviously this came out of absolute nowhere. It turns out that Elliot was the A&R for Trick. So when Trick was first starting up, Elliot was the guy that was sourcing tunes to give to Patrick to see, like, oh, what do you want to sign and all that? Because originally I think Patrick was looking for artists that had good tunes but were on more on the come up rather than just going straight to like the big dogs and like signing all the big people, do you know? Which is great. So from there, a couple of days later, I think we got put into a group chat with Patrick, and it was the weirdest fucking thing ever. I mean, I woke up in the morning and I was ready to go to work, and I was in a group chat with Patrick Toppin on WhatsApp, and I was like, what the fuck's going on? But he was obviously just asking about the tune, and then we made a couple other ones. Eventually over the summer, we just kept in contact. Eventually became an EP. But it took a good year and a half to come out. By then, COVID had happened, so like we couldn't even, off the back of that EP, go and DJ because there was no gigs. The gigs didn't exist. So it was a bit of a, it was cool. I'd like it to have came out a bit earlier, but it was one of those things where we had some samples in it and it took a bit longer to get out, but still super appreciative of the whole scenario, you know.
And would it kept people going through lockdown?
Yeah, well, there you go.
Going through lockdown, see Turbo
Mate,
Shandy?
were you on house party and all that, just sitting drinking and chatting?
No,
shit
I
like
never
that?
used house party.
That was
but
weird.
I was living with my mates, so we were.
Oh, you just drinking between you?
We were having like three guy parties. Three parties.
Aye.
We'd be up in our rooms all day and then be like, oh, Gaffer night, sure. We'd like all get ready in our rooms, go down.
Aye, mate,
and Turbo
ideal.
Shandy was like.
Really, were you playing it?
Turbo Shandy, I remember, was
Appreciate
like
it,
that was one that I was like, oh, it's a pure banger.
But it's so weird because that tune, right, for me, it sounds weird, I'm super appreciative of it because it's always the one that people say to us about Turbo Shandy and I'm like, fuck, do people really like that tune that much? Because see, for me, and I think Dan as well, like we both think like, why do people love that so much? Because at the time we were just like, right, we made it cool, like bang it out or whatever. Like gave it to Patrick, he was like, oh, that's class. But we never ever thought that much of that tune. Does that make sense?
But do what? It makes sense. That's on the Trick label.
Yeah,
like
of course.
That,
the sound was perfect.
100%. Like I don't know if Patrick. I feel like I can't call him Patrick. I don't know Patrick. Patrick Topping to me. I feel like he definitely. I think at that point was looking for a specific sound. I think you just had it.
Yeah, 100%.
Like,
it just happened to cross over in the most perfect way, if that makes sense. Because a lot of our like music at the time was perfect for what he was looking for Trick. And it's just it's one of those weird coincidences, mate. Do you know what I mean? Like, because we weren't really, like I say, we weren't trying to align with Patrick Toppin. It wasn't like we were doing the same musical thing. So we never had a clue that would even be possible. Yeah. But there you go.
There we go. It takes me back to lockdown. I'm like, in a good way though. It's amazing, really. Like,
did you enjoy it, or like that sounds bad because obviously a lot of bad stuff happened during lockdown, right? But like as a personal experience, like.
So I think now a few years later, I'm like, oh, lockdown was class. That was so good. But
it's because you don't remember the bad times.
You don't remember bad times, and there was a lot of bad shit.
Aye, 100%, and it's weird as fuck because I think back, I'm like, holy shit, that was 4 years ago. That was 4 years ago that happened, mate.
So it was.
2020.
Oof.
4 years ago.
4 years ago?
Aye.
You've blown my mind
today. Mate, it's fucking fried because you almost like have blanked out as a point of existence. It didn't exist. It didn't happen.
Aye.
See, for me now, I'm like, the world's obviously been back to normal and everything's going on the same way it was before. But like, we had a period of fucking 2 years where like, it was weird.
That was it. So we were got to the point where we were just having gaffs, like 3 main gaffs turned into 4 main gaffs, then 5-man gaffs.
Aye, as it went on, like longer towards
that. So we went back into lockdown, but did I enjoy it? There was moments that I loved about lockdown, and I met some good pals because of lockdown. Like being at the pub and stuff like that, like beer gardens and that, you know, bumping into like folk.
Because I think like, see, once we managed to get back out and like all start getting back into pubs, whether it be like social distance or not, like it's just like such a good feeling between everybody because everybody's like, oh my god, we're out, we're able to like chat to folk and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? But
it was fun. It was good. There was fun moments, but obviously folk died in that. So
exactly.
Are we getting cancelled? That's fun.
Is what it is, isn't it?
Mark and Fraser we loved lockdown.
Yes, here we go.
Cancelled. Did you enjoy lockdown then? What were you up to? Were you just meeting lots of tunes or?
To be fair, as Test Press, like from a Test Press standpoint, like we were kind of, it was a weird period for us because obviously like we make club music, right? And there's no clubs. So it's kind of like, where do we go and what do we do? So there was a lot of experimentation in terms of our sound and where we were going and what we were doing. And I think personally we probably got a bit lost because I think a lot of dance music producers did because we were like, well, what are we going to do? Make slamming techno and shit like when there's no clubs? It was definitely a period of like exploration for producers, and it was the same for us. It took a good wee while to get back into the groove of things. Once the clubs started opening back up, we were kind of like we didn't have that much music ready for clubs. It was all just like pure mad experimental shit and that, like. So it took us a while to get back in the groove of like releasing tunes and stuff like that and getting back into dance music once obviously lockdown was over. But I
feel like you're in the groove now. Like,
oh yeah, big time, mate.
I feel like your sound. Am I right in saying like your sound's definitely advanced? It's developed lots. Mate, is that conscious or is that just because what you enjoy listening to has changed?
That's it, mate. It's just what we enjoy listening to. I think for a while there, like over the course of maybe the last kind of year or two, we've been getting a lot of like attention from bigger labels like your like Sony's and stuff like that, like Flex. No, but we were trying to make music like based for those kind of labels, but like make it a little bit more commercial or whatever, just so that it's able to be on radio and we're able to get signed to these labels. But there came a point and we just thought like, what are we doing? Like, why are we making any sort of music for anybody else? Like, we've never been like that, so why are we doing it now? Let's just make whatever the fuck we want And if people like it, great. If labels like it, great. If not, great. Like let's just go back to the roots and make exactly what we want. And it just so happened that it was like the faster stuff. Like, see, like we obviously got like very inspired by like that whole new sound that was being pushed from Germany, like your DJ Daddy Trance and your DJ Heartstring, Narcissus, like that kind of sound. Like we started incorporating that into our sets. And then we just started like, we fucking love this music. This is so class. It's so like, it reminds me of like the old days of Test Press where we're making just fun, bouncy music, and it's like, it feels like back to that, but just in a much faster way now, you know? We feel really good about music right now because we're making exactly what we want, but like people are still enjoying it, you know what I mean? And that's like the kind of main thing. Like we're enjoying it, everybody else is enjoying it, so it's all going well, mate.
No, the tunes are so good. We were listening to them last night. Me and Erin, my girlfriend, were listening to Test Press in bed. I was like, I've got them on tomorrow, so like, yeah, we're listening to Test Press in bed. And I think it's that way. Erin maybe hadn't heard your tunes for a little while, and she was listening to them. She was like, "That's Test Press. That's music you like." And I was like, "Yeah, it is because you've got that kind of like pure bouncy sound, which I pure love." But a song that she was like, "Please bring this up to them because I feel like it's maybe, I don't know if it is underrated in your eyes or people talk about it a lot, but." We love your Joseph remix. It's been a little heavy lately. Like that's a banger. We listened to that in the car. You're like, yeah, mate, go.
That is a fried scenario because basically, like Joseph, we share management with Joseph, right? So like that's how that whole thing came out. So we've known Joseph for like years and shit like that. I'm actually gonna go see him with my girlfriend on the 22nd.
Nice one.
Yeah, so we're gonna see him this month. But basically, like how it came about was there was always gonna be. Like it was always us and Joseph, so we're always going to do something alongside him at some point. Yeah. But it just kind of happened naturally, where like he'd released that song, and that they were needing remixes, and they were like, "Fuck, we'll just ask the Test Press boys." But we had like 24 hours to do it because there was like some sort of deadline. They're like, "Right, boys, like, do you want to do this?" The label have asked us if you want to do it, but we have like a strict deadline, and we were like, "Fuck, okay, let's get in the studio." So we do work relatively fast when we make music. Like usually, what we'll do is we'll sit down and we'll make it in like 4 hours. Or 5 hours, 6 hours, whatever it be, but it'll usually be in one sitting. Yeah. With that one specifically, we just kind of got the stems. Like Joseph's music's so fucking good. Like his voice is amazing. Like so that one just flowed. There was no like we weren't worried about deadlines or time or like oh do we need to change that. It was just one of them tunes that we just started. We got the vocal and we just started adding and then all like by the end of it we had a full tune and we're like what the fuck happened? But it's weird because I think for us we definitely both enjoyed making it and we definitely both enjoy listening to it. In terms of the clubbing side, it is a club record, but it's not something that we'd really put into our sets as much, you know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, we love the tune and maybe it is a little bit underrated, I don't know. I think Dennis Salta did a remix of Joe, which is also underrated.
He did, it's really good.
It's underrated as well. That's
it's class though, I'm all up for a Joseph remix.
Yeah, 100%. Like his voice is just unreal, mate. To be fair, any sort of music he does, it's just going to be well received. Do you know what I mean?
Beautiful. Class. Next, got to ask you.
Yeah.
You're going to Belgium.
Yeah.
Tomorrowland. Yeah. That's so. My wee intro bit that I did, I was like, that's mad to me because Tomorrowland, as somebody that loves festivals. Yeah. I don't even think I'd attempt going there because I'd be like, I'm almost threatened by it. How like, what is going on there?
Mate, that's the thing. It's like
you're just going to be on that stage.
It's fucking well. It won't be
not on that stage, but like at a stage that will
alongside all of those fucking artists that are just like at the top of dance music.
Do you know what day you're playing? How long does it last? Is it a 4-day thing?
I don't even know, mate. To be honest,
do you know what day is it on?
July the 26th.
Do you know if that's
Friday?
What I was on the Friday.
I think
that's probably quite good because I was like, see if you're on like the last day, are you like when you're there, will you have the? Are you there for the weekend or?
It depends. We've not really decided that yet.
Aye.
I've decided recently like I've not been like getting on it as much. I've not been drinking and that as much at gigs because obviously what happens is like it's like when you start touring a bit more regularly and playing more gigs. You obviously, like, I started DJing and I drank for years every single time I DJed, but then it gets to the kind of point where you're like, I'm getting older and I can't hack it. So I don't want to be off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, pure fuck because I've been drinking. So with the Tomorrowland thing though, it's one of those ones that it's such a big thing that maybe it's like one of the ones that we'll want to go for the full weekend, but we've not quite decided yet. So we'll see. But I think what we do, I think we're on the Friday, so what we do is we play first and then we'd maybe stay for the weekend because we've actually made pals in Belgium because we played in the neighbouring village to Tomorrowland, which sounds fried. Do you know like a gala day? Like, you know,
know a gala
we towns have like gala days and that, right?
I've been to gala days.
Right, so
Yeah.
so in Belgium they have gala days, right? They're way better than here. They're like actual.
Okay, cool.
They've got like pure big food trucks with like Asian food, and it's fucking mad. It's like a big.
It's
whole
about
thing.
like Christmas markets.
Yeah,
Christmas
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
thing, aye.
exactly right. So we got booked to play in a village called Poors, and it's basically next to where they host Tomorrowland. And you know, I don't know if you've ever heard of Pegassi. Pegassi's like a guy that makes the same kind of tunes as us. He's in the same scene, and we've talked to him a lot. But we met
Yeah.
him there, and so we've actually made pals like from that event that we're gonna go see because we're
That's
going back
class.
to Tomorrowland. It's super cool.
Yeah.
It's a really nice aspect of being able to travel and
So-
meet people. Do you know what I mean?
Who, like, how did that come about then? Like, did you
Well, the
have
first
contact? Did they
Belgian
just
thing.
reach out? No, the
Tomorrowland.
Tomorrowland, like,
Mate.
what's that like getting, did you just get an email through, or was it through your...
So we've got like a booking agent who deals with all of our income bookings. So say somebody wants to book us, they'll email like Jason,
Yeah.
and then he'll obviously send us the offer, and then we can either accept or not. Blah blah. That's how it works. But the most fried thing is we had no murmurings of this. We had no idea. This came completely out the blue. Like, so we were just sitting one random Wednesday, and they were like, "Oh boys, there's a Tomorrowland offer." That what? Like, it was pure fried, mate. Like out of absolutely nowhere. Yeah.
And so,
There's no reason for it. It just came out of nowhere. We were like, "Ah, right,
Sorted.
amazing, yeah, of course, yeah."
do you think, like, what... Like, do you think they're listening to the test questions and
Well,
they're like, let's get them in defos?
I think that maybe the stage that we're playing on, right? The stage is called Life, and I think that stage is going to include this kind of style of music that we do.
Yeah.
So your DJ Heartstrings, your Narcissus, your all these kind of people that fit into our like bracket, are probably playing. So they must have just loved some of our tunes and thought, "Fuck it, we'll stick Test Press on it.
That's class.
We'll get the foreign boys in." Do you know
Do you
what I mean?
almost feel like that is like what next? Like what? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's like a bucket list festival to play. So then, like, what else is on your bucket list?
Fuck, mate. I hope it just keeps going up and up, to be fair, because there's always more to do and there's always more to see.
Would you want to play Coachella?
I wouldn't say no.
That'd be.
I mean, that'd be one that
wouldn't it?
I'd stay the full, what is it, like 2 weekends to do it over. I'd stay the whole time because you get to see cunts like mad people from my past. I still like Blink-182, like fucking Kid Cudi, like all like these fried massive acts that like you don't really get the chance to see often. You can see them all at one place, so I definitely wouldn't say no. It'd be amazing. I'd love to go out to LA.
Yeah,
I bet it's really cool, isn't it? Just
I
to
think
see
it's
it.
dusty though, I think.
Aye. Pure dusty,
Sad in your
like my
eyes.
trim.
Well,
Mate, I was coming on this podcast. I've not had a haircut in about 3 weeks.
you
Don't
look
tell
good.
anybody
You look
else.
smart.
You think?
Yeah,
Thanks,
you look
bro.
smart. You always
Thanks,
look smart.
I'm trying.
Who dresses you? Is it you? Or
No, my girlfriend, obviously.
Is she? Yeah.
He gets me up in the morning, puts my socks on and all
oh,
that.
sorted. She's a keeper.
Aye, 100%.
She's a keeper. So what's the dynamic like between you and Dan then? So you're a duo.
Right, yeah.
I've not spoke to a DJ duo yet on the podcast.
Right.
What's that like?
Mate, it's good. It's good for sure. Like, because two minds are always better than one. Do you know what I mean? It's funny because like, see if you're traveling as well. Like, there's two E's. So see if you were traveling by yourself, you're going for airports by yourself, flights by yourself. I can imagine it can get quite lonely, honestly, especially if you're going to like Australia or somewhere like that. It's
That's
fucking
it.
far away. But obviously, like, cause there's always me and Dan.
You've got
like,
your buddy.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
It's cool, man. We both get to like say somebody's having like a bad day, we pick each other up. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Aye.
obviously, if I've slept in for a flight or something like that, Dan's like, get up. Like, do you know what I mean? There's two of us to be like on top of each other.
Yeah.
So it's great. It's a great dynamic. And then obviously when we're playing sets and stuff like that as well. Like, people always ask us like, how does it work? Do you plan it? Do you do this and that? And no, like, we just go full on. Like, maybe I'll play 2 tunes, he plays 2 tunes, I'll play 2, and we just go
You're
for
like
it. Like,
permanently back to back.
yeah, all the time. But
All the time.
it keeps you on your toes for sure, because sometimes Dan will throw in a wee curveball and I'm like, what have you left me out here? I'm just
Has he ever played something you're like,
Oh, big
mate,
time.
what
All
was that?
all the time. All the time. Because the thing is, like, I'll probably do the same with him every day.
Aye.
Because like our music tastes are slightly different. He likes like a lot more like weird shit than I like. I'm quite a basic guy, like, so I just like a big dunt, right? And sometimes he'll try and fling in something that's a bit more like artistic, would you say, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what the fuck's going on here? Get the dunce back. Do you know what I mean?
Aye,
But
that's cool.
it's one of those ones that we keep each other on our toes, and it's great fun. It's great fun because it keeps it from going stale, right? Because obviously, like, he'll be finding new tunes, I'll be finding new tunes, then we'll both try to fit them in, and yeah, it's great fun, mate. It's a great dynamic.
That's
like.
class. But see, for like, so you did a boiler room.
Yeah.
At Fly last year.
Uh-huh.
How was that?
Oh, fuck me, mate. Like, nerve-wracking as fuck.
Aye.
Like, because, like, see, for me and Dan, when we first started doing Test Press, that would have been, like, if you'd have asked us, like, bucket list goals, that would have been, for sure, like, probably the top, to be honest with you.
Aye.
So when you're saying, oh, can it get any bigger than that? I mean, that was probably it for us. Do you know what I mean? And then, obviously, now we've got Tomorrowland and stuff coming up, so it's like, things happen and you're just like, what the fuck is going on? But that one specifically, oh, fuck. Like, that was nerve-wracking, mate. Like, it almost seems like, see, when I watch it back, I'm so proud of it because I think we did as well as we could have. I think we really did nail it and we're super proud of it.
Yeah.
But at the time, it looks like we're having a great time, but internally we're like dying. We're like, oh, fuck. Do you know what I mean? But
yeah, cause I think one of I always laugh at your face at some points because do you have a pal? Is there a pal with you, or is that?
Yeah, so like
my
girlfriend was there.
Dan's hugging you. I was watching a clip last night. There's a guy hugging you, and you're almost like, oh, like.
No, so what it is, like, that's one of my best pals, Benny. He is a big friendly giant. He's an absolute lovely guy.
Aye.
Like, everyone's like pure in the comments, like pure like, oh, what is this guy doing? Like, this is embarrassing.
That's
like,
a
no,
shame.
like he's like my best pal. Like, just he's totally
Poor
fine.
Benny, leave Benny
leave Benny alone.
alone.
Everyone
Aye.
who's watching, because. Like, and the worst part was we'd lost our login for Test Press, like our YouTube, so I couldn't even go and comment like, no, that, like, it's one of my best pals, like, leave him alone. Because imagine some random account just comments, no, that's my pal, but shut up, you're not Test Press. Do you know what I mean?
I forget that actually.
So
to people watching, they probably don't.
They probably don't get it.
Because you watch these like, do you remember the wee guy that was on? I think it was Fred again's.
Aye, but he paused the deck, was Elbow or something. Yeah.
Like, they probably just think it's like another situation like that. But I think especially like in like Scotland or Fly Boiler Room is like quite. I think it's a Scottish act. It's quite often your pals behind you. Do you know what I mean?
100%. Like, the thing is, it was amazing that we had them behind us. I wouldn't have wanted it any other way.
Aye.
Like, because they brought the energy. See all my pals in the back were just going absolutely fucking jumping, like, and it just brought the whole energy up. Because in the crowd, we're looking at the stage thinking, "Holy fuck, that looks unreal."
Aye.
They started bouncing about, and it's just
that energy.
Yeah, 100%, mate. Like, I wouldn't have had it any other way. It was perfect. You know what I mean?
But so for Boiler Room though, like, are you like, right, we better plan what we're doing for that?
No, like 100%. I think
start to end.
If you're doing a boiler room, any DJ that does a boiler room, that is a planned set, right? 90% of the time, I feel like some people do it, but it's such a massive risk that, like,
I think especially the first one as well, like.
Yeah, of course, mate. Listen, like, a boiler room is to showcase who you are as an artist or a DJ, right? And like, you're trying to show the best set that you can play and how you work. Also, the best thing to do, especially being a duo, is plan it, because if you don't, then you go in with two completely different ideas and you don't, and then it's all over the shop. Imagine you fucked up a boiler room. Like, you're done. It's over. Like,
can you go, can you not air that actually? Or
well, I think you can. I think there's been, I won't name names, but there's been scenarios. They're not Scottish or anything, but there's definitely been scenarios where, like, they've put somebody back to back with somebody else, and not like it's just like a random DJ back to back, and then they've turned up and their tunes are so different, or they've not spoke about it, or somebody's not analysed their tunes properly, and it's all over the shop. So there's definitely been instances where people be like, look, not happy with that, not wanting it up. So it has happened in the past. I'm thankful that wasn't us though.
Was it any at Fly? I'm trying to think.
No. It's a pure random scenario from years ago. I don't know how I know, but it's just one of them ones. But no, it's not Scottish and it's not from Fly. I know that.
Okay, cool. What's your favourite boiler room?
Of all time?
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh, that's a weird one.
Mate, you better say yourself. Sure, it's a Test Press boiler room.
I know. I don't want to say that. Obviously, like I'm so proud of our boiler room, but I can't say that.
You can't say that.
But
good boiler room though.
You know what the funny thing is? I love Mulgrab's boiler room from 2016.
Yeah.
So there's one that he does in Paris where he's like just on the come up. He's super early on in his career, and that boiler room, I watched that for years and years and years at after parties. Absolutely, and still to this day, absolutely love it. Or even Mulgrab's Glitch boiler room is also, he plays like a full set of his unreleased tunes, and it is like fantastic.
Is he a favourite of yours then?
Absolutely. He's by far, like, probably right now my favourite DJ. He has been for years. Like, he's just, I think he's one of those characters that's just stayed so consistent. Even though he's went through like different kind of genres, from like the slower stuff to like the faster stuff, he's just stayed so good and consistent. Yeah. Like his most recent tune he brought out called, I think it's called I Love, is fantastic. He's a great producer. He's on it, mate. He's absolutely on it.
Have you scotched baths?
Not yet, no. Maybe at Tomorrowland, mate.
Do you know who else is playing Tomorrowland?
We don't. Or maybe go on a wee scope. I don't know if they've released the full like lineup. I don't even think we'll be on the full lineup. It'll be like Armin van Buuren and fucking David Guetta and Test Press. You know what I mean?
All spaces, no caps.
There we go. As long as they've got that, I'm happy. Might as well try to tell Tomorrowland, oh, by the way, mate, like, you need to change the name and get that poster changed.
Have to change it just for use. How's it? You're like, oh, I really hope I bump into like, because you can bump into MD.
It's such a weird one, mate. It's
like really some really big people.
Who knows? I think the way it works is because it's such a massive festival, though. Is I think that you need to like. You need to stay within your own stage. If you're going backstage, it'll be at your own stage, right? And then like we couldn't just wander off and go backstage, main stage, but like, all right, David Guetta, what's happening, mate? Do you know what I mean? I don't think that's how it works because it's such a controlled environment. Obviously,
Space Boys pure sleep them out though.
It's like, we'll try. We'll see if we can make.
Quite sneaky vibes.
You think?
I can imagine you causing a bit of chaos. I don't know why. Do you?
Maybe.
Are you?
Maybe.
You're backstage tiptoeing.
Maybe.
Stealing folks' riders and that. I actually wrote some.
I'm going out to meet David, mate. That's why I'm going to Tomorrowland. It's the only reason we accepted it, so I can go meet David, mate.
I wrote some things down on my phone.
Right.
And there are assumptions I've made about Test Press.
Right, and I've got to tell you whether they're right or wrong.
Whether they're right or wrong. Aye. So.
No, you need our chips, mate. What's going on?
Oh, I know these are getting cold. Right. So. It could either be you or Dan. So.
Right.
Obviously, Dan's not here, so you can't confirm it nor deny. But I think at least one of you make pride in making a good stir fry.
Stir fry, absolutely.
Who
do you think it is though?
It's you.
You think?
You look like you'd make a good stir fry and brag about it.
Nah, that's not true. I'm not a braggy guy. I don't like brag. I hate
not
like
about your stir fry.
No, not about my stir fry. No. So the funny thing is, like, I think that's both of us. Like, we don't brag about it, but we both look like cooking is a massive thing for both of us. I love cooking. Dan loves cooking. I'd probably say
you
that
like you cook really well.
I'd say Dan edges it. Honestly, I'd say Dan edges it, but I can definitely cook up some mean chicken and rice. Shit. I mean,
sorted. Okay, cool. So far, I'm right. At least one of you looks like you've ruined Christmas. Do you know what I mean by that?
I can't speak for Dan. Maybe.
Have you ruined Christmas before?
Have I ruined Christmas?
Do you know what I mean by that? Like.
Oh yeah.
Went out Christmas Eve,
grab a Steven. Yeah, no, I'm just racking my brain, mate. I'm racking my brain. Yeah, absolutely. I've definitely because basically my mum lives in Aberdeen, so I've lived down here in Glasgow for like 5 years. But what used to happen is I used to obviously travel up on Christmas Eve. It's a massive thing where I'm from. Like everybody, it's a massive thing everywhere.
Yeah.
Go out to the pub, get right on it, blah blah, and then wake up on Christmas morning like that. like I'm not wanting to get up at 10 o'clock in the morning and go and open my presents and all that. Mate, I'm just like, just leave me in bed. There's definitely been a few occasions where I've got up at like 4 p.m. on Christmas.
Have you?
I don't know about Dan. I would assume he's probably the same though. I don't know how it is in his, but like I don't know if his family would be quite like thingy about it. I think.
See, I've never
so maybe he's behaved. I don't know about me, but I've definitely done it.
That's weird. A few times 4 p.m's late.
Oh, it is. I felt so bad as well because everybody's like, "Oh, we're going to see your nana," and that. And I'm like, "Oh, no." I mean, you're feeling bad in your bed.
Just your Christmas, your family's Christmas, Nana's Christmas.
Mate, you're bringing me back. You're rejogging bad memories, mate. Come on.
I know. I feel like
I thought this was meant to be fun.
Yeah, I can proudly say I've never ruined Christmas.
Oh, what? That's a brag. That's definitely a brag. I know so many cunts that do it.
I know. I've nearly.
Have you been out, but you've just got yourself out of bed and be like, right, I'm gonna like.
No, I mean, I've never gone out Christmas Eve. It's
really?
Like, you know what it is? I go out so much out the year. Like, see Christmas Eve, I'm like,
I actually want to chill
and spend time with the family. I don't see me all year round.
You're the sensible guy.
Christmas Eve though, I made Venoms for the family. I was like, oh, have you ever tried Venoms? They're like, no, we've never tried them. And I was like, I'll make double Venoms. Why not?
Was everybody rattled?
Well, I didn't realise that like I was using the double measure,
right?
But I was using that twice. So I made
just like quadruple Venoms.
Quadruple Venoms, and I made multiple of them.
Mate, here one of them would definitely have me on a level. One of them.
Yeah, I think because
like I've had like 2 Venoms before, and I thought, oh, I'm feeling something now, but 4. Because like, wait, you put in Southern Comfort, right? And
so
then
it's 4 shots of Southern Comfort,
right?
4 shots of vodka, and then it's 1 Blue Vicky.
Mate, are you trying? Mate, you're saying you've not ruined Christmas. You're trying to kill your family.
I know,
mate.
Nana was under the tree. You had to wrap her up in the morning.
My God.
Unwrapped Santa's sack. Mate,
an 8 shot fucking drink, man. That's fucking crazy.
And brutal. I didn't realise either. It was after 2. I was like, why am I steaming watching Elf?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh,
Wait,
I made quadruple logos. And that's weird, it's one of the last...
That is the wildest drink I've ever heard.
It's one of the last Christmas I remember, like, some of my family drinking, like, the next Christmas they were off to drink.
Yeah.
And I'm like, was that
why? Because they've obviously...
Christmas for my family?
Oh, there you go, see, it's all coming to light now, mate. You're like, I've never ruined Christmas. Oh, mate, you might have ruined every Christmas.
That's it.
Worse than me, mate.
Oh, no. Do I have another one? Oh, yeah, one of you look like you've done long-term travelling or a gap year?
If you consider... Nah, you know what? I did a season in Ibiza when I was younger, when I was 21. Does that count?
What are you doing?
I was working for Ibiza Rocks Bar.
Nice.
I was out there obviously to try and further the DJ career at the time. This was like literally just before Test Press. Or it was like we'd been doing it a little bit. No, it was definitely just after Test Press, because I remember I came back from Ibiza, the speaker story, where like I gave Dan my speakers when I went away. I came back and then that's when we made our first tune. So yeah, it was literally just before Test Press started. I'd went out to be like, you know what? Ibiza's fucking class, been there on holiday, love it. Like, why don't I just go out there, have fun, party, like meet people, DJ, you know? And it was just one of those ones, like, on a whim. So I was out there for about 3 months to do a season, and then I came back and we started Test Press, and that was that. So I never did it again. But yeah, but Dan, I don't think Dan's ever done any like full-scale long traveling. Like, obviously we've traveled a lot for DJing at this point now, but I mean, in terms of like just going on a gap year and stuff like that, we've actually, I don't think either of us have done it.
Where's the best crowd?
Scotland. Obviously. Yeah, although recently I have to say Scotland's on the downturn and Germany's on the up. We played Berlin for the first time, what was it, like 3 or 4 weeks ago? The crowds there are so up for it. Like, they're cheering, they're actually dancing, whereas I feel like in Scotland everybody's just kind of like standing about, like looking at their phone and that, and it's like, where's the energy? Like, it's just gone, because I think everybody's playing these big massive arena shows where like 3,000-4,000 cunts in it, and it's like everybody's just kind of standing there, like all kind of wigged out, whereas like you go to Germany, it's like more small and intimate, but everyone's going for it. So, well, Scotland, we need to step our game up.
What's your advice then? So people watching, maybe there's somebody that's not bringing the energy. What's your advice? How do they bring the energy?
Go and dance. Go and have fun. Let yourself go. Don't be too worried about fucking what you're going to look like on social media or any of that patter, because I feel like it's more to do with TikTok and everybody just being worried about being put online, which I understand, because in Germany they don't even allow cameras, and I think that's why people go out. They're free. They dress how they want. They dance how they want. They do you know what I mean? They're not worried about being papped on social media. Oh, look at this cunt. So it's just, don't be too worried about what people want. Go and lose yourself and enjoy it. Because I feel like I'm enjoying myself more on stage sometimes than cunts in the crowd, and I'm like, maybe that's due to me, though, do you know what I mean? Maybe that's because I've got shite tunes.
Well, you never know, but I don't think so. I feel like that's so true though. Folk in Scotland are like, we've been to some like nights where it's very tame, and everyone's just kind of like stood about, almost like. It's
like I'm playing heavy techno and cunts are just like kind of, you know, like nobody's like going for it. Like,
do you think a lot of people are there not because they actually enjoy the scene? It's more because
they've seen a name on TikTok.
Yeah, it's almost like the cool thing to do. Like, raves are the thing. Like, we'll go and like my pals are going, so I'll just rock up, and they don't know how to. It's
like, one of these ones. I feel like what's happened is like, if you like the younger generation are coming up, like 18-year-olds and that we're going out. See, when I was 18, like I was just going out in Aberdeen to like tunnels to see random DJs that I didn't know who they were, and just enjoying the night and basically trusting that the night was going to be good, rather than being like, oh, I know this DJ and that DJ, so I'm going to go because, like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, so there's like a few big names in the UK that'll sell at like arenas, but like every other DJ is like struggling a little bit to try and like bring in crowds, because it's like we're not big TikTok stars, you know what I'm saying? It's like one of them ones. So I think a lot of people definitely go out for like names now rather than just going out to enjoy music. So it's definitely had a diverse effect on the scene in general, because you got loads of like great small clubs in Glasgow, like La Cheetah and the Berkeley Suite and stuff, and yeah, they do still get filled up, but compared to maybe like say 10 years ago, like people aren't going to these clubs and going to these nights as much as what they would have been when I was young. Yeah, you know, and it's sad to see. Obviously, I sound like an old man like shouting at the sky. Do you know what I mean? But it's one of those things. It's something like obviously like a lot of DJs are passionate about, and I would say it's like this whole big TikTok, big arena show, like warehouse project, like all of that type of stuff. That's where like all the 18-year-olds want to go. Yeah. You know, rather than just going to like small, wee, cool, dingy clubs. But I think they'll learn.
The dingy cools are the best.
They're the best, mate.
Get to the dingy cool. Like, since I've not been to a dingy club, get to it.
Get to it, mate. There's why are you not there? What are you doing? Like, exactly. It's different. Obviously, it's just different. Like, I'm a bit more grown up now and stuff like that, and I'm just like looking back on it and thinking like, I'm so glad I kind of grew up in that era of clubbing, if that makes sense. Probably kind of what like, you see all the 90s cunts being like, oh, like I was in the 90s and it was the best raves then. It's like, probably just like everybody's gonna be biased. Because I think these kids in 10 years will be like, oh, I'm so glad I grew up in the TikTok era. You know what I mean?
Like, I can watch it all back, like it's on my phone.
When we're all just sitting in our living rooms with a virtual DJ hanging on, watching DJs from our couch, you know what I mean?
Do you think that'll happen?
Fuck. It's already happened. Like, I'm sure like there's been, I don't know if it's Carol Cox or someone who had done like a live DJ performance, but like you could basically put a VR headset on and like cut about and get like fake drinks and that.
Fake drinks?
How does that even work though? Because fake drinks, you can't get drunk on fake drinks.
Aye.
But yeah, it's bizarre, but I think there'll be that kind of world will happen, but I don't think it'll ever take over the dancing. Does that make sense? Because you can't, you need to get out and let loose. That'll never take over fully, but it will become a thing. This whole metaverse and stuff it'll be mental.
Should we expect test press in the metaverse?
Always, obviously.
Yeah.
We're always keeping up with the times. Down with the kids.
Down with the kids, baby. Down with the kids. You were saying you're from Aberdeen. I have a question for you. I've been asking lots of people this week. See if your trousers are too short for you, too small. What is that? What would you call
What's it called?
Aye.
Halfies.
Halfies?
Aye. So like your like halfies. Like so if you're
are you mean
aye, so if you're no, so like if your trousers like obviously sometimes it's a stylistic thing, right? But sometimes like as a wee guy at school you've just got 2 wee trousers or something you've had to go for. So I mean we'd call them halfies.
Which is like so where I'm from it would be your cats all did.
Huh?
Your cats all did.
What? So that's for having like
I like your trousers are too like short for you.
Can you explain that to me? Because that sounds like that's what I've never even heard that before.
Can I explain to that? I can't explain.
No,
I can't.
No. Is that just one of those ones?
Some folks say budgies are did. Your budgies did. Do you know?
But what's the?
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't know where it comes from. I always kind of thought that it was like your trousers were at half mast.
Have you seen that cats all did?
But what does it mean though? No.
Cats all did.
Nah, I think to be honest, I hate to say this. Like no, but I hate to say this, but I think the Aberdeen way of saying it is it makes more sense, right? Halfies, your trousers are like halfies. Do you know what I mean?
But you like folk like at school, like see if you were told, "Oh, your cats all did," you'd be like, "Oh no, like, oh shit, like."
Just try to pull your trousers.
Like, oh no, it's just like just like, a wee bit.
So it says on Google that it's from resembling that you're flying your trousers at half mast, basically.
Okay.
What? That's such a random way to say it, but that's hilarious to me. But I like that.
Were you at school when chinos were a massive thing?
Aye. Well, like you're talking about the Rihanna t-shirts and the aye. Second year top man, fucking fluorescent button-up things with
That's it.
Oh, mate, the plimsolls.
I thought lasses were wearing like moustache tops. Was that a thing?
Aye. Definitely, mate.
Chinos were a big thing. I remember like being like, oh, I've just got chinos. I better ask for chinos for Christmas. But it got to a point where the chinos became heavy and cool. And I remember like at my school as well, folk would see we were wearing chinos. It would go Chinos, and you're like,
here, what even happened to them? Like what came? Sorry, what came after them? Because I remember the chino era, right? But what was after the chino era? Skinny jeans, aye, right?
Because I was a spray-on skinny jean boy.
Yeah, well, I like the thing is I was a skater in school, so like I would like at the time the skate I would just go whatever with the skate fashion was. I wasn't like really following what like the big trend or whatever was. So, but just so the skaters were wearing like skinny jeans and all at the time, so I guess it was kind of the same thing. Yeah, skinny jeans.
Did you have a Rihanna top?
No.
None that.
I'm trying to think of what I had a Helly Hansen and I had a Mackenzie jacket and I wore a lot of Carbrini in first year. Yeah. Do you remember Carbrini?
Yeah.
I had a lot of that.
Helly Hansen's such a throwback name as well.
Aye, mate.
You used to have a Helly Hansen? I never had a Helly Hansen,
mate. And then I went into the chino era, but I somehow avoided the Rihanna top. I couldn't tell you how because it was so long ago, but I managed to. I remember not having one of them.
I don't think 13-year-old me would have suited a Rihanna top. That's too beautiful a face to have in a 13-year-old wee boy. Pure spots these days.
Mate, did you just get the G-Star Raw? Do you ever remember G-Star Raw? I think that was just before the chino phase though.
I do.
G-Star Raw, that was wild because they had like shops, massive shop, everybody's wearing it and then all of a sudden gone, disappeared.
That's weird, isn't it? Where have they all gone?
Strange, I don't know. Maybe like it's mad in America or something, do you know what I mean? Like some like weird place like that we don't really, it's just like the fashion there, do you know what I mean?
Did you wear bracelets, like Top Man bracelets?
Oh mate, I can't even tell you. I mean, you know, it's that long ago that my brain has been fried that much that I can't even.
Like, what happened?
I'm like, did I? I don't know.
I had like Mother Teresa bracelets.
And maybe, oh mate, here I remember. There's a photo of me in like first or second year, and I'm wearing like rosary beads, mate.
Aye.
Like actual rosary beads, mate. Like
It's weird.
What?
It's like,
What was I thinking?
what was the fashion?
I
then?
don't know.
The actual we're just like scrambling. weren't
Aye,
we?
you were.
We're like,
I mean-
right, we'll try that. Right, nah, that's not what I miss.
I'll try not to be too hard on my 13-year-old self. Do you know what I mean? Like you're all just trying to fit in, aren't you? Do you know what I mean? You're trying to just find your way, aren't you?
That's
But
it, and then people are screaming my cats all night. Like, my birthday's next week, I'm waiting, I won't
mate,
know.
school's brutal, man.
That's
Honestly,
it.
like it's fucking.
That's it, I
Mate,
feel
it,
like
it
it's
shapes
school.
you, doesn't it? Like it shapes you. It
That's
helps
it.
you for the real world because it's
Character
not.
building.
Aye, there you
Life's
go.
tough.
That's it, mate.
And you got to take it on your chin.
Well, I'm a
That's
DJ, so life's not really that tough. Do you know what I mean? But
It's ups and downs, it's got its ups and downs, I'm sure. Class, well, we're coming to the end, I've got a wee game.
right, amazing. Let's do it.
I don't know if
I
that's
can't believe,
good or
like,
not.
look how congealed that gravy's. Is it wrong of me to do this?
No, it's
No?
completely right. Just need a good mix. It's been out for too long. This game I came up with 5 minutes before you arrived. It may not be good.
Right, let's try it.
But, well, I've got a note here that actually to bring up with you. Fly boat party in Ibiza. You played
Right.
that. It was you, wasn't it?
Yep.
Did you just play Tom Novi?
Yeah.
How'd you say?
I don't want nobody.
That's a highlight
I
of my
don't want
year.
nobody. Wait, were you on the boat?
I was on that boat.
What? Come
Yeah,
on.
no, that's it. I was on that boat,
Mate,
and that was like, see when you dropped that, I was like, wow! I've got videos on it.
Mate, that boat was honestly one of my, if not my favourite gigs of all time.
It was
I know
superb.
we've had the boiler room, we've had this, but like, see from like going from a wee guy, like being like 21, 22, doing a season Ibiza, to then going to play a boat party full of heavy Scottish cunts and like being able to just do that to that sunset and it was so nice, man.
It was
and it just,
good.
the thing is, it went off, like everybody was like spraying fucking bottles everywhere and it was just, it was fucking great, wasn't it? I'm glad you were there to witness that, 'cause that was,
mate, it was so good. And
one of my favourite gigs of all time.
when you
honestly.
dropped Tom Novi, I was like, unreal. Oh, mate. Banger.
Yeah.
Right, what was the game? Oh yeah, it's called. Oh wait, 1 second. Aye, it's called Test Press Spell Test.
Oh god.
That's spelling.
This sounds horrible already.
Hello, welcome to my podcast, mate.
Right.
Stick to spell.
Having a lovely time, by the way.
Yeah, good. I'm glad. And yeah, next episode we've got Patrick Topner and we're doing maths. Right.
Oh no.
The first word is
let's do
quite
it.
easy, I think. It's doggy.
Doggy.
Aye.
Doggy, what?
So play the doggy.
Right,
Why are you
you're
laughing
putting me in a
at
spot
doggy?
here because I don't know how to spell it, mate. Nah, I'm joking.
You not?
D-O-G-G-I-E. I had to think that, mate. It's too early in the morning. For
Oh,
too much
see
chips.
now, that's not what I've got written down.
D-O-G-G-Y?
Can somebody please...
Is
Can we
it?
spell check
Have I
that,
got
if
the
that's
first
okay?
one wrong?
Doggy. Well, isn't it chippy for your customers?
No way.
Yeah, how do you spell doggy? How do you join your fist up? How do you spell doggy, but... Aye.
D-O-G-G-Y.
Oh my god. I've got the first one wrong.
That's quite a good...
Mate, there's a reason I don't write essays in that and I do music. Do you know what I mean? Well, I don't know what the fuck the English cunts do.
Yeah, that's what normal people
Write novels and shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not.
It's either DJ or AC writer, like that is society. Oh, to get on dentist at the chippy.
There you go, dentist in the chippy, mate.
That's it. Hey, doggy, that's quite a good... DJ Doggy. Could that be a good
Doggy.
name? I might take that.
DJ
Anyone's
Doggy.
watching this and look for a DJ name, don't take DJ Doggy, because that's me.
DJ Doggy style. Is that what you're thinking?
That could be one of the names.
There's already a DJ talking about
Is there?
Is there?
Who's... Do you know him already, or have you fact checked that?
No, he's just looking up.
What does DJ Doggy do?
DJ Doggy, Boiler Room, Shanghai.
What?
He's doing things. Feedback.
He's got a boiler room, mate. You're fucked.
That's
That's
it.
The dream's over, mate.
A bit like DJ, I don't know.
The dream's over, mate. He's got a boiler room in Shanghai, mate. Do you know what I mean? No chance.
Doggy's doing bits. Doggy's doing it. Right, okay, next word. Balloon.
B-A-L-L-O-N. Wait, I'm so bad. See, the thing is, if you got me to write it, I could write it out. But see, try to spell it in your head. Do you think it's way harder?
Aye,
B-A-L-L-O-N.
that's balloon. You're missing an O, you're missing an O. You've just spelled balloon.
Oh, for fuck's sake. This is not going well, mate. You've put me right in the spot. I
know,
hate this game.
I know.
This game sucks, mate.
The title of this podcast is Test
Balloon.
Best Carry Spell.
Holy fuck.
Balloon, right, okay, next.
Moving on.
Rhythm.
Rhythm. Oh, fuck. This is hard. You know this is hard.
I know. It wasn't my suggestion, actually.
R-Y-T-H-M.
Second?
RYTHM.
No.
Oh, I knew that was hard because I've tried to spell that before.
It's
I've not
tough.
tried to spell dog ear balloon, mind, obviously, so that's the reason why. Do you know what I mean? I'm not an essay writer in that, so.
RHYTHM. Fuck, that's hard, isn't it?
That's a hard word, that. I'm gonna get zero. I'm gonna get zero.
There's also a DJ balloon, so you can't use that. Right?
Oh, is there? DJ rhythm.
There's definitely a
surely, I
DJ
think.
rhythm, 100%.
Right, next, Haddock. 'Cause we're a chippy.
HADDOCK.
Yep.
Yes, come on, I've got one. Let's
DJ
do that. I'm
Haddock,
having a
though.
chip to celebrate.
Have a chip to celebrate.
Chips
That's a
and
point. There we
congealed
go.
gravy. Here we go, boys. Here we go.
Yes. Okay, and the last word.
Right. Oh, look at his face. I can tell this is bad.
Anti-disestablishmentarianism.
Wait. Slow that down just a wee bit.
Anti-disestablishmentarianism.
Tarianism.
Yeah.
What? ANTI.
Yeah.
What's the word?
Disestablishmentarianism.
ANTIDISTABLISHMENT. What? I can't, mate. Anti-disestablishment. Wait, I'm sure I was close. Was I not
You
close?
were heavy close, I think.
Wait,
I don't know if you missed a couple of letters out, but
ANTIDISESTBL established. EST. Oh fuck, mate! I'm done. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'll concede, mate. I was close. I'll
that was heavy good though, because I don't think I acted on that. That was.
Mate, the only reason I
Go
got
on,
that wrong
take a
is,
point, take a
mate,
point.
you know what? Oh, my guy.
Have a chip.
You know what the thing is, right? I think I could have got that if I could have actually just remembered what the fucking word was in the first place. Because I don't think that was that heavy hard to spell. It was just heavy hard to remember.
What does that mean?
Mate, I don't know. You tell me. You wrote the word. Where did you get that word from? Is that even a word?
Aye, I know it because I remember it being primary 4.
You did not learn that word in primary 4.
No, the teacher was obviously at it.
You
He was
have?
like, today we're going to
Oh,
learn anti-disestablishmentarianism, and we were all going, what? And I think he took like joy in our faces, melting.
Seeing we like fucking 7-year-olds pure like stressing out trying to spell a word in that.
You know what I mean? But
It's the opposition to the disestablishment of the Church of England.
What's a disestablishment?
I think at this.
So like they're anti
So you get this.
they're anti the establishment of the.
They're anti-disestablishment.
So they're
What you want to keep it. They
right. Aye. That's what I was making. That's what I mean. So a disestablishment is like the people who are against the establishment. But then if you're anti-disestablishmentarian, then you're okay. I get it.
Would you describe you as that?
No.
So you're pro-establishmentarianism?
I wouldn't say it like that. I'm.
I still don't know what the word means, to be fair. I'm still lost.
Anti-establishment. That's what I am.
There we go. That's my.
But I wouldn't say it that way.
Anti-establishment.
Oh wait, here, get it looked up. Come on,
Surely,
DJ anti-establishment.
Evie's got a boiler room in like Chicago, raging.
I guarantee. Boiler room Mauritius. It'll be something, man.
Anything for that name?
Okay, sorted. Cool. I'm thinking that I
Yes.
might just. Be
There we go,
married to
mate.
that. Sorted. I'll be seeing you at
Let's go
Tomorrowland.
make some tunes.
Let's do it. Tomorrowland.
Alright.
You sneak
Easy,
in?
mate. Aye, no bother.
Aye, sorted.
We're sneaky, aren't we?
That's it.
No bother.
Sneaky test press. Sorted. Well, I'm away to go and start that, I suppose. Go and launch myself as a DJ. Do you
Mate,
want
best of luck.
you just dive in? Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me, mate.
No problem.
Appreciate
Cool.
it.
Enjoy your gravy boat.
Thank you very much.
Catch you later.